7 shots of moonshine.
I find that doubtful.
I'm not gonna prove it.
4 is a lot. I think 4 is an average number, which means it's also a lot, you know? That's a good amount of shots.
Well, for me,
I know, for you it's not a lot. Yeah, compared to... Well,
if you go to Ireland, that's lightweight as fuck.
All I want... Okay, please stop that. You need to... We had a lot of fidgeting in the first podcast, and it's silly. Sounds bad. So here, I'm pulling up the manifesto right now, and I'm gonna send it to you on your phone. So get your phone out. Also silence it, fucker boy. Also, if you want to listen to yourself and hear what you and I sound like, use both earbuds. I recommend using both earbuds so that your brain like hooks it and whatnot.
Okay.
You like the sound of your own voice?
No, fucking hate it. But
why?
What can you do?
I can. Okay, here's my impersonation of your voice. Moonshine. Kingdom Hearts. How good did I do?
Kill yourself.
Hey, look, it's me. I'm Luke. I have a low voice. Fuck, I am pissed. Do you notice that? Do you notice you do that?
What?
Like a lot?
That I get mad a lot?
No, not, not that. But like, you have like a small burst of like pure fucking rage, and immediately it's followed by a...
Yeah, I know I do that.
It's really funny though. That's why it's like, I want to see you raise a kid, because I think it'd be funny. Because it'd be like, fucking, you asshole, you didn't clean your room.
I would do that to my kids.
Hey, so how's your Uncle Luke treating you, little Luke?
He's very laughing.
He laughs a
He yells at me and then just laughs about it. Like,
I'm emotionally scarred.
It's like, oh shit. Little Luke, that's no good.
These high school boys and girls are having a hop at the local soda fountain. Innocently they dance. Innocent of a new and deadly menace lurking behind closed doors.
Of course, if you're afraid.
The Somewhat Recreational Podcast.
Hi, welcome to the Somewhat Recreational Podcast. Welcome to another sweet episode. Today, it's me.
And me.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Luke.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Brandon. How would you... Okay. Let's do this one more time. Hi, welcome to another episode of the Somewhat Recreational Podcast with your host, Brandon, and your co-host,
Luke.
I have other co-hosts that show up.
No one's here though.
Yeah, that was the joke. All right, let's do this one more time. Hi, welcome to the Somewhat Recreational Podcast with your host, me, Brandon. How you doing? And your co-host, no one. Shinji didn't show up, and Francisco said, and I quote, "Die." Today's guest is my old friend from way back when, Summer of '69, Luke Cole. Round of applause.
Hey, how you doing?
So, Luke, if you were to introduce yourself to an uncaring and like new internet, like this is the first impression that anyone could ever get of you, how would you introduce yourself?
Let's see. Hi, I'm Luke. I'm kind of awkward, and let's go play video games.
Wow. What gripping words.
Words to live by, right?
Right. Anyway, this is a conversationalist podcast, so every single episode, as I'm sure people who have been listening to every single episode and been keeping up to date know, we talk about topics, and I thought for this episode, it'd be fun to invite one of my old friends who's on his fucking phone.
You told me to be on my phone.
Well, I told you. Well, I sent you the topic limerick. Okay, my bad. I'm not gonna out the interviewer that I already did the podcast for, but one of the guys. That's a huge hint. One of the guys that was the guest kept looking at his phone, and I swear to God, he was playing that stupid game where you tap it, and you like a little ball jumps up and up and up, and you gotta like there's like rings that spin around, and you can only go through the part of the ring that's the same color as the ball you're tapping. Because
The
literally.
game's lame.
No, right? And I was like, I don't know. I hope that it didn't pick up the audio and whatnot. He was being like quiet, but he was literally just like.
Fucking.
And I was like, fucking damn it.
Fucking
So
asshole.
I guess we're just gonna have to go through and edit that episode and whatnot. Anyway, I thought I'd be interested if we talked about the history of our friendship.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It would, yeah. What? The fuck? Whether it be fictionalized or non-fictionalized, or if some pieces got lost to the void that is time and history, I would like to have just as much concrete as the two of us can muster over like the course of an hour, a somewhat concrete history of how we met, ups and downs, trials and tribulations, weed and drugs.
Okay.
And
Well,
beer.
that'll be later on. Like, but let's start
I
off
met
with
him when
how.
I was 2, and he say I do meth, and I was like, no, I do not like people that.
Let's start off with how we met.
How did we meet?
It was in gym class, 6th grade year.
Oh yeah, Sky Vista Middle School.
Sky Vista Middle School.
The
And
ASDF movie came out,
oh no,
and we spent a lot of the time reciting our favorite ASDF parts.
just
I think it was pre-flop, because there was everyone do the flop, right? It was the old ones, right?
yeah, like
It was like, I'm gonna do an internet. Ah! I'm gonna do a book. Ooh. It was like something like that, right?
yeah.
Was that our first conversation in that gym class in 6th grade middle school, just about fucking ASDF movie?
It can't be our first.
How
I
did
think it's like the first we remember, like,
yeah, and whatnot,
but
and all that stuff. Is that so literally? No, I'm racking my stupid head. Try to remember if there was anything before that, because I do remember that gym class. It was
yeah, we had it with
You can so
we
you,
had it with
you can By the way, FYI, you can name names and whatnot. We'll have to come up with preferably let's come up with the nicknames for our friends though that are no longer with us.
So,
Not because they died; they turned into huge assholes later.
So
So
Gibby.
we can use
we
Gibby.
can use
We
Gibby.
can use Gibby. we had an old friend named
Gibby.
which
And
I'll censor with something else, maybe something like
Gibby.
yeah, Gibby. He was a large person that later came out as bisexual in high school and autistic at the same time. Like, it was like a week apart where he was like, I found out that I'm actually, well, it wasn't autism. This is really bad. It was a severe case of ADHD and like social, like one of those social disorders and whatnot. And like 5 weeks down the line, we were walking home from high school, and he said that he was bisexual. And the first thing I thought was, this has just been a crazy week with you, Gibby. I don't know if we can be friends anymore. And what should nickname be? I'm thinking Edgefuck, the skinny boy.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
Cool, thank you. Okay, Edgefuck, the skinny boy. So we had a class with these two. Oh, we also there's chicks involved. I'm thinking blonde girl personality. Blonde girl, and then
there's
there's really dirty names.
Potato.
Which one's Potato? I was thinking more short gob.
Short gob. Okay, let's
Or
Potato.
be Potato Sack.
Okay.
Or Potato Sag, am I right, fellas? Woo! Underage! She is underage when we're talking about that. Okay, so I guess we really did all meet in that stupid ass gym class then.
Yeah, we really did.
It was, okay, go back through the nicknames. It was me, Luke, you.
Gibby.
Yeah, Gibby, skinny penis.
Edgefuck, skinny boy.
Edgefuck the skinny boy.
A
Potato Sack.
Blonde girl.
Blonde lady.
Blonde lady.
And Mini Gob. That's good. I feel like we're missing a third boy though.
Andrew.
I mean a fourth. Mormon man.
Yeah.
Mormon boy,
Mormon
the twin
boy,
lad.
to the rescue.
He had a twin and
knocking on your doors, asking about Jesus Christ.
Don't you mean Joseph Smith? He had a fun fact about Mormon boy. He had a twin who was a girl of the opposite gender, and they were always seen together hanging out. And I came up to them and I was like, "Hey, you guys dating?" And he said, "No, we're fucking related." He was Mormon, so we didn't say fucking, but it was awkward and whatnot. So yeah, we all met in this gym class. Do you remember the teachers? Any notable events? I remember really liking the dodgeball games.
Yeah, I did too.
They set up these giant mats in the gym.
And they were like barricades where you hide behind them.
Yeah, you had to sneak around. It felt like real, like if you could tone down like D-Day for like kids.
That's what it would be.
Yeah. I remember we used to have like in every gym class, I believe there's always the alpha team, the guys that are really
there's
good
like
at everything.
the jocks.
The jocks, yeah, and they always stuck together and whatnot, and they're like the MVPs of the group and whatnot.
And they always throw the ball and then all like hits the wall like.
Yeah, and then so you got those, and then you get the ethnic kids, the kids that aren't all there and whatnot. We weren't those. We weren't those.
Like they were just there, but they didn't really do anything.
They didn't speak English that well, so they kind of just hung out with each other.
They didn't really do anything.
Then you get the chicks, like the girls that are quote unquote hot for that age and whatnot.
Like blonde girl.
Yeah, they just. Well, no, blonde girl was with us. I'll get to our group, but I'm talking about the girls that they didn't do any sports. They were such shit teammates.
They were just the girls that were like.
They were always on their phone, and whenever like
I'm better than you.
I'm gonna walk while everyone's jogging. I didn't like.
We have to run
girls.
the mile, so I'm just gonna fucking walk.
I'm happy. Exactly. They always were like right behind the jocks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And then there's our group. Our group was the weirdos.
Yeah, we were the weird kids.
We were the outcasts. The people that were like the jack of all trades. We got a little bit from every other. Like we're a little ethnic, a little jockey,
but
a little blondie, but we just didn't get along with any of them.
Yeah.
I feel.
Well, I mean, I got along with a few of them, but not enough to like fit in with them.
To get picked on their teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Our group was the pickup group. If anything.
we were just like the last ones.
We were the extra boys. I remember every single sport we did, it was always the same teams that formed and whatnot. No matter like how many people per team you need to pick and whatnot. Mm-hmm. It would whenever they were at the end of the unit for whatever sport it was, the rankings would always go the jock team, immediately followed by the ethnic team, the team that weren't all there. They're weird motherfuckers.
And then the girls.
They spoke weird languages at lunch. And then it was us.
And then
the girls.
Yeah.
Every fucking time. But I remember, I don't know if you were there. I'm pretty sure you were there for this, but we had a volleyball unit, and I remember I kept bragging that I was Hawaiian.
I was there.
And that was all it took to spur my team to. We got first on that one.
Dude, I was on your team.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I might be. Middle school is such a blur for me. I feel like
Most
I would
of it's
forget.
a blur.
Yeah.
But
I remember that volleyball unit. We kicked ass.
Yeah,
we beat those shitty jocks and their stupid,
We were
not
number
even
one.
6-packs. The unibrow kids in the ethnic group. Fuck those guys. And the blonde chicks that they tried. They actually it was considered a girly sport at the time, so they actually tried. But they can go kill themselves. So we won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was sports. Then what was the next big event? Do you remember anything from 7th or 8th grade? Or
I
I remember we used to hang out a lot during lunch. We had our own little table.
Yeah, lunch. And then I remember we hung out with Philip.
Yeah,
Nathan, Quincy.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Dallas and Andrew.
We were
who
really.
God, I feel like there's
probably a lot more. Austin.
Yeah, Austin.
We were. What would you even describe?
Brendan Vigil.
Fuck yeah, that guy. And Mormon Brendan. I think he still hung out with us at the time.
Did he?
Yeah, because we had.
Mormon
that's right.
Andrew. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And there and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess even outside of the gym, we were still the pickup group.
Yeah, we were. We were still the weird kids.
We just we took in anyone and everyone just as long as you didn't fit with anyone else. Honest to God.
Yeah, we were like the island of misfit toys.
Yeah.
If you could
And
say
I
that.
remember for the longest time, 7th or 8th grade, we sat right in the middle of the fucking cafeteria. Like in the hurricane, you know, the piece in the middle. That was us.
Oh yeah.
Just because of how the cafeteria
We were the
was
eye of the
situated.
storm.
Pretty much. We had like so basically recess was on the right side. That's where you picked up your food and yada yada because the cafeteria was also there, and there was a door that led outside to recess, and then the rest of the school was on the left side. 3 tables on the left side, 3 tables on the right side. We were always in the middle table on the left side, near the middle.
Yeah.
That was our group. That was our little paradise. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
that's like our oasis.
And I always loved the idea that the weirder you are and the more autistic, that you would sit closer to the recess side.
The more welcome you are.
Yeah. Sure, why not? No. Meaning,
guess.
and the cooler you are, and the more charismatic, you sat closer to the school side. No fucking clue how that was, figured out, but that's how it was for all 3 years.
Yeah, it kind of just like that kind of just happened.
Yeah, it was literally a slider. Like, oh, here's weird ass Isaac always spitting on everyone,
And then
all the way up to cool
like,
kid Eduardo. He kissed a girl behind the dumpster yesterday.
And it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
Because middle school.
God, there's so many weird ass middle school stories we could get into with that one. I remember
I forgot she existed.
I feel bad. I got along really well with this one girl. Her name was Grace and whatnot. Invited her to a Sky Vista movie. We were pretty tight and whatnot.Got her a pizza and a Capri Sun.
Yeah, I do remember Grace.
Yeah. And then it got and then it got to the I think it was like the 7th grade party, whatever it's called and whatnot. Like the homecoming.
Yeah, like
then
the
Amara
like
asked,
the winter dance. Or
yeah,
whatever.
and then Amara asked me out, and I was like, yeah, all right. Keep in mind, I was already quote unquote dating Grace at the time.
Yeah.
So thinking
I
back,
remember
I
that.
think the thought was like,
Oh, nice. I'll have 2 friends now.
Yeah, and then like
and then they both broke up at me.
At
with
that
me
dance
like
was when I asked out his name.
Goddamn. How did that
She
go?
was my first kiss, actually.
Was it also behind the dumpster?
No, it was actually like right in front of everyone. Like
You're like, hey everyone, look, I'm going to smack this girl with my face. Fuck. Yeah, I remember that. That party. No, and then literally the day after, everyone found out that I said yes to Amara. Because I didn't know anything about Amara at the time. I was like, okay, you have glasses. That's cool. I'm sure Grace will be fine with this. And she wasn't. And then I was single for the rest of the middle school year. Because everyone thought I was a sleazy cheater boy. And whatnot. Which, I'm a player, dude. Oh, yeah.
well,
Oh, yeah. 2 girls at once? I'm a savage. Don't you say anything.
oh my god.
How was, and then 8th grade rolled around.
Oh yeah, 8th grade.
How was 8th grade for you, my man? Did you do the Washington, D.C. trip?
No, I didn't. I remember I wanted to go on it, but I think we were tight on money or something.
I got you. I got to go.
Yeah, I remember you went and like...
We put a lot of lotion in a boy's head when he was sleeping because he didn't take a bath for 2 days. I don't think... I'll save that story for another time. It's long.
You never told me that story.
Well, I'll just say it right now. So I went to the Washington, D.C. trip. You get to pick who you go with. Mm-hmm. I went with Chris, Cade, and Derek. And you get to, since they want to save money and whatnot, you all go in the same hotel room. So we were 2 to a bed. I think we made Cade sleep on the couch once. But I think it was Chris. Chris didn't take a bath for 2 days. And on the first day when we got to sleep, everyone took a bath and whatnot. We were there was just the boys' code. I was like
you
have
to bathe.
We walked all day. We sat on a gross bus all day, just sweat, just pools together and whatnot. And Chris didn't for the first night. He was like, "I'll take one tomorrow." And I was like, we were like, "All right, whatever." Then the next day happened and whatnot, and it's the same fucking thing. He refused to take a bath, and everyone took another bath and whatnot. Okay. Also, side note. Cade managed to bring this like a giant fucking tub of lotion through security on the airport. No clue how. On the first night, he literally like it was like, you know, the notebooks, the binders and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was like a whiskey flask of just fucking lotion that he managed to sneak on the airplane.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, he pulled it out, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with you? So the third night came around, everyone's sleeping and whatnot. Chris started like he smelt. You know that
stank.
You know that stank where it's like you haven't bathed for like 3 days.
That 8th grader stank because
there's no hygiene.
Yeah, because like you're that young that you don't put on deodorant.
Right. It was exactly that. And what happened was that me and Derek were hanging out still. We were watching Cyanide and Happiness on his iPod, and we were like, okay, Chris smells like shit. We need to give him a reason to take a bath. So we got Cade's lotion, and we dumped
rubbed it in his hair?
No, we dumped it on his head, like his hair and whatnot, and we did rub it in like a little bit, and it was really slimy.
That was while he was sleeping.
Oh yeah.
Did it get like all over the bed and stuff?
It got all over the pillow. On the fourth night, he had to like get another pillow because it was so gross. And the next morning, he was like, "Yo, what the fuck happened to my hair? Fuck, this better not be nut. This better not be sperm. I'll kill you guys." And I remember the first thing me and Derek said to him was, "Take a bath."
And take a bath.
So that's how we got a grown 8th grader.
Take a bath, you hippie.
With he had like it was caked in, dude, because overnight it was like it dried out.
Oh no!
So I was like, his hair was fucked for the rest of the trip.
How long was he in the shower? Like
he didn't even take a long shower. That's the thing. It was like 5 minutes, and he hopped out. He was like, "I fucking hate you guys," and I'm like,
dude, like
I guess pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose your battles.
Fucking wash your hair.
Right. So yeah, I guess that's the big end-all story to the 8th grade chapter and whatnot. Anything interesting happened from you in 8th grade? Like, you ever go to any of the dances 8th grade? Like the 8th grade big dance?
Yeah, I remember
prom?
going to the 8th grade formal.
I went. I think we hung out.
Yeah, we all went.
I just remember screaming a lot.
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah, there was a lot
kid.
of screaming.
Yeah,
and
everyone
then
was
at
dancing
one
to
point,
LMFAO.
you remember Millie?
Ah, yeah, Millie.
She was grinding on me, like at some point.
Congratulations. Me and Millie.
8th grade, that's all 8th graders do it.
It's just like sex!
Me and Millie shared a correspondence on the airplane. That was pretty fun. We wrote notes back to each other and drew on paper.
I remember I walked her home a few times.
Did she grind on the way home? She's like, her hip is like right to your back. And
Yes,
just
exactly.
Like, ooh. Oh, she's doing all right from what I'm getting
I
at.
haven't heard from her in a long time.
Oh, she's on Facebook and Snapchat. She's dating a
Still
boy.
haven't heard from her.
The boy has glasses. That's about as far as I
Who doesn't
cared.
have glasses these days? Am I right?
You don't have glasses.
Except me, because I got good vision.
I hate you. I need to get new contacts.
See, people walk up to me and they're like, "How does it feel waking up and just being able to see?"
It's like
And I'm like,
pretty good.
I don't fucking know, because I don't know
It's,
how you feel. So
literally waking up for me is just terrible because I can't see anything that's like 3 inches past my face and whatnot. Don't do the 3-finger thing, by the way, when I'm not wearing contacts. We're not retarded. We can see 3 admittedly very blurry images of fingers.
Okay, what if it was like this?
I would probably still be able to see. I'm not going to test it out right now, bitch. But yeah, we did. And then after that, it was high school, and that's when we split apart.
Yeah.
I went to
Eagle Crest and I went to Cherokee
CT.
Trail.
You got a lot of people from Sky Vista though to go with you to CT.
I mean,
I remember the split was like so even. It was depressing.
I mean, yeah, I got Brandon Vigil, Nathan. There were 2 Nathans, weren't there? The blonde Nathan and then Nathan Waters.
Then Buff Nathan.
Yeah.
God, you want to tell the story on Buff Nathan?
Oh my God, Buff Nathan.
So
He's a psychopath now, by the way.
we used to have this small group of friends who, in my science class. It was me, Austin, Nathan, and I guess other Nathan. Was that his name? He was like blonde, skinny, kind of weird.
I want to say it was Nathan.
He went, "Nyeh."
Yeah.
Like once, and that's another notable trait of his.
Yeah.
So we had our little stereotypes. I claimed myself as the support leader, the Lancer stereotype. I was the second in command. Austin was the first. We put Nathan down as the smart guy. He's like a weird, timid boy who was smart.
He was really smart.
Yeah, he was super smart. And we put the other Nathan, the skinny redneck Nathan, as the strong guy of the group. That was a mistake. Right? Because near the end of the semester, I forget what it was. Maybe he was like reaching down to get a pencil or something or another, but his shirt came up, and Nathan in fucking, like, the buff one, not only was he the smart guy of the group, he was fucking ripped.
Yeah, he had a fucking 6-pack in middle school.
God damn that guy, dude.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, what an asshole. I just remember just being like, why did we ever say he was the smart one? He cannot be the smart one if he is the strong one.
Yeah.
I don't even think we did any more labels after that. We were just like, thanks a lot, Nathan. Like, you ruined our system.
Yeah, you ruined it. So thanks.
And then we had, and then Redneck Nathan kind of just became like the weird one of the group because he had nothing else going for him. I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
like,
lot of people.
And then like. He came to Cherokee Trail, but like I didn't see him at all freshman year.
Yeah, he was probably growing up.
He did not grow up. He's still the same fucking bitch ass kid.
He's still a boy. I like to think we've changed.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we have changed.
I mean, you're an autistic fuck, but you know, you have a long hair now, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember you with short hair. Is that bad?
I mean, I think I came to school like once with short hair in middle school.
Right. You know what's weird? I think. Do you remember me with long hair?
Yes.
I used to have it down to my neck. Can you confirm this, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you did have it pretty long at one point.
A lot of people said I looked like a girl back in the day, and I called them gay.
Well, I mean,
because that's all you can come back with when you're a middle schooler.
I know you are, but what am I?
Whoever says you're still gay. Part of me misses my long hair because I could not grow long hair with the hair I have right now. Because you see it, right? It's like if I wake up weird on a pillow, it's not moving for the rest of the day, right? Mm-hmm. So back when I used to have long hair, I used to be able to like just drape down and it used to like fall to the side like really nicely, and I miss that, you know.
I mean, your hair just trains itself to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess. So if I ever wanted, I would just have to keep combing it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know, I used to be like really self-conscious about my hair.
Headbands or whatever. Yeah.
What? You ever used to be self-conscious back in middle school?
Oh yeah.
Really? You were a really loud, outgoing motherfucker though.
I am not outgoing anymore. Like I'm very much an introvert.
I feel like
fucking high school ruined me.
I feel like I also was like a very outgoing guy back in the day and whatnot. Probably to the point I feel like I annoyed so many people without knowing it. Like just a lot of people hated me just because I was really annoying. And roast me right the fuck now.
Well, yeah. You were.
Ooh, get out of my podcast.
You were pretty fucking annoying. Sometimes you were pretty annoying, but I know I was too.
That's it, Luke. You insult me to my face. Get out. Yeah.
But, I remember us in middle school. We were always like the positive kids. Like
we were optimistic.
Like you got this.
Yeah, long hair. I was doing the hair swish. I was like, you can do it. I miss being able to do that. God damn it, I'm getting long hair now.
Okay.
I'm gonna grow it down to my fucking tits, dude. Like it's gonna be like all the way down here. How long did that take you to grow? It's like down to your shoulders.
About a year.
A year? I don't know if I got time.
Well, like
for that.
Yeah, a year.
Nice. No facial hair, just I'm getting some facial hair going. Yeah, you got getting the fucking Amish mutton chops going, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little in here, but
oh yeah, I used to be very self-conscious about like my hair and how skinny I was back.
I remember one haircut you had. It looked like a fucking coconut on your head.
Yeah,
and we called you Coconut Head for like 2 weeks
until it grew out, and I was like, "Fuck y'all,
fuck y'all, I'm not Coconut Head no more."
I think that was the day I went to a different barber, and she was very Asian, and she hated my mom.
Why?
She was just I don't know, dude. Asian people, they look at you and they decide, like in that, like old Asian people, they look at you and they decide right then and there if they hate you or not.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you look like an asshole.
I will cut your son hair like this and he'll be happy. Happy cut! Oh!
Yeah, that was Coconut Head. That was a fun little.
That was a fun little adventure.
Also, I remember my old nickname. It's so weird getting called by it now, but back before I wanted to get my name changed, which is recent in comparison. Everyone used to call me BC.
Oh, yeah.
And that came from, I want to say, my 3rd grade class in elementary school. It was very long, the nickname I used to have, BC. And I miss it in a way. I think what happened is that in middle school it got ruined because everyone's like growing up and they learn what curse words are. So people started calling me bitch crack. And yeah, I was not a fan of that at all. I think I cried like the first day someone said it. I was just like, that's not,
like,
don't do that.
That's not my name anymore. Like,
yeah. Like, and I remember, what was your nickname back in the day? You remember?
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Say it. Come on, say
it's
it.
puke.
What? People used to call you that?
Yeah, in middle school.
I'm sorry to hear that. I never heard that.
Ishmael, remember that fucking asshole?
Yeah. I hope his dick gets circumcised because he was a shitty kid. Fuck that guy. I thought I was referring to, for some reason, I remember one of the first names I used to call you was Alfredo.
Oh yeah,
because why?
I remember that.
Was it
one day we were going to gym class and I forgot my gym shirt at home because we had to like bring them home, wash them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to grab one from like the
pile, gross musty basket
pile that was like the discard pile. And I picked one up that said Alfredo on it.
Yeah, and I
put it on and walked out, and then he saw me and he was like, "Oh, hey, it's Alfredo!" And you called me that for like
too long,
like almost a year, I think.
And then I remember I wrote it down as your last name quite often. I always said it was Luke Alfredo.
Luke Alfredo. I remember that. Okay, so there's a nickname.
It's not puke.
Decent, good nickname.
It's a lot better than the other one.
Yeah.
That's weird. I'd never heard anyone call you that, which is probably a good thing.
I'm pretty sure you did. Just
I was like,
I'll puke on you. Don't make fun of my friends, Desu.
Jesus Christ! All right, freshman year, high school, big leap. We're not in the same thing anymore. Oh, however, you do live up the street from me, and I think we only found that out like near the end of 8th grade.
No, we found that out like the end of 7th grade. Because I remember coming down here a lot 8th grade year.
Yeah, I used to just show up at my house. It was back when Luis used to live over here, I believe.
No, I think Luis like just moved out.
Oh, okay.
Like when I started coming over here.
Yeah, Luis. It's another guy.
Yeah.
It's another boy.
Yeah, I remember
we were still friends with Edgefuck at the time, right? Before he turned to the dark side.
Yeah, I haven't heard from that kid in ages.
Yeah, he dropped out sophomore year.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't finish his Eagle Crest education, and I remember thinking like, haha, what a fucker boy. I don't know, man. I literally
don't care.
The last night I talked to him, the point of that night was that if we had any bullshit to say to it. Okay, did I ever tell you about that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I broke it off with Edgefuck in what I thought would be the most professional way ever.
Yeah.
How would you describe his life story?
Edgelord.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. But
he did manage to date Tato Sack, which blew everyone's mind.
Potato Sack. Yeah, but at that point,
Tato Sack
was considered hot at the time.
She developed.
She developed early.
Let's just say she developed early, yeah. Anyway, so we've had me and Edgefuck had such a... If down the line I ever get in contact with him again, he'll definitely be welcome on the podcast. But we've had just such a long, like even longer than you, dude. Not to insult you or anything, but we've had such a long relationship.
Oh.
Me and my neighbor.
I get that.
Yeah, he's better than you.
I mean, I used to have a really good relationship with my neighbors. Then
anyway, yeah, I've had a very long and tumultuous relationship with my neighbor. He started off really great, then he became an edgelord, and he started treating me like shit. But I was a good kid, so I didn't know what it was like to be treated like shit. You know, I was like, this is a normal friendship. And then we went to the same high school. We used to talk a little bit in freshman year, but then we cut off. He dropped out. Talked a lot of shit about me often behind my back. Everywhere.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't care. Usually I was used to it by the time freshman year rolled around and whatnot. Well, not used to it. I got with it.
Yeah, you kind
still
of got used to it.
It still hurt though.
Yeah.
But recently, I want to say before I started college, I contacted him again. After he dropped out of high school, he started trying to make dubstep. Very fun to make fun of. Very fun. It's
very easy to make fun of that. Like,
yeah. And then what happened is that keep in mind, we've had several falling outs during this entire period. Several. Like big ass battles and fights and whatnot. He said, she said, whatever. Yeah. And then, so the last time, I'm surprised I never told you this, but the last time I talked to Dallas, I was like, you know what? Let's just do this right here now.
Like,
I invited him over. Yeah, I invited him over the house. Everyone was gone. I invited him over the house, and we sat and we talked.
Just like,
and I killed him.
Get everything off your chest.
He's dead. I killed him. No, he's not. Pranked. No, yeah, I didn't kill him. Stop. Don't support that notion. No, yeah, we literally just talked, and he said that every single time he lashed out or did this or did that, he was jealous of me. And that made me feel good and whatnot. And I told him that I was always there for him and yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we literally, I think that was the best way for our friendship to end. Yeah. That was such a huge night, too. I was just like, he wasn't like that old dubstep
He wasn't
faggot.
like that edgelord faggot.
Yeah.
He was actually like a real person.
He did. He finally like told me his goals, and he was like, I'll keep getting better. I will make it to the top using my music. And I was like, this is the last day that we're going to be talking to each other ever. That's not going to happen, but I'll support you from the sidelines. I hope you at least make money somehow. And he was like, thanks, man. And I was like, yeah, you too. So, yeah, that was fun. That was a good night.
I'm pretty sure that kid's never going to make it in the music business.
Hey, who knows? He might end up on the podcast.
He probably works at McDonald's right now.
He works at King Soopers. We've been to the King Soopers he works at.
Is it the one up the street?
Yeah, it is the one up the street.
Huh.
Yeah, he still works there as far as I know. Still making music, living in the basement. I think he tried to move out, but he couldn't afford the rent, so he moved back in and whatnot. So, good luck to you, buddy.
Remember we like talked, I think it was like sophomore year, we're like, hey, after high school, we should move in together.
Yeah, I'm so down for that. But let's get to that story, though. Freshman year, we split. We're still good friends.
Yeah.
Sophomore year, I hooked up with a girl. She wasn't fun. It was a very, you remember, right?
Yes, what was her name again?
It was It was not. God. It was a great exercise in what you don't want in a relationship.
What not to do in a relationship.
She was my first kiss. It went a little like this.
Really?
Yeah, I back then I was a huge virgin piece of shit pussy boy, right? And I went to Japan. Don't you fucking laugh at me. Don't you say shit like you still are. I know I am.
I still am.
Fuck you, man. Oh. Anyway, I went to Japan. I had a huge crush on her for like the entire semester. Mm-hmm. I got her shit from Japan, and then a week later, she pulled me aside to one of the closets and whatnot, and she was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna kiss you right now," and then she did, and then she hit me afterwards, and that really should have been a pretty big. Why did she
hit you afterwards?
I don't know, but thinking back, that's not a good start to a relationship. Also, get your water.
Sorry,
it's fine. That's not a good start to a relationship, getting smacked immediately afterwards. It was good for a year though. It was pretty good for a year.
I don't get that. She kissed you and then she slapped you.
Yeah, she went, because she pulled me into the closet under the guise that I needed to help her hit on a girl because she was pansexual. Yeah. So then that happened and whatnot. And then we, what was I going to say? That was great. It was a great relationship for a while and whatnot. And then the semester ended and whatnot. And now we're at summer of sophomore year. We kind of skipped freshman year. Do we have any huge stories in freshman year? I don't think so, right? It was kind of just us hanging out. We're just hanging out.
Like late 8th grade year, beginning of freshman year, I rember I was dating one girl.
Congratsy. Her personality is stale toast nowadays. She's not a fun person. I can't stand people that aren't fun to talk to.
Looking back on that time, like, it wasn't that exciting.
Yeah.
Honestly.
She's not a bad person. She's just really boring.
I mean, this is going to sound really sad, but that is the longest relationship I've ever had.
Aww.
But it was like 5 months.
Oh! I didn't make it for a year, and then we broke up and we got back together, so...
Yeah, and then you were going to prom with her, and then your mom was like, "Are you going to prom with Ali?" And you were like, "Yeah," and she's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, good, you were there for that, yeah. We'll get to that. Sophomore year ended, it was summer. I want to say this really big event, another misstep in our relationship. That just wasn't good. Maybe in the future I'll elaborate fully on this part. Right now I'm trying to get the stories out that I appreciate you for helping me with. My parents held, when they're not divorced and whatnot, they held this big old barbecue get together in the middle of the summer. Mm-hmm. And I was so happy because I didn't have a car, I didn't have a job, I had nothing. And I really wanted to spend time with you. Well, I texted back and forth like daily and whatnot. That was fun. And then so that happened, and she came, I invited her, we drove to her house, and at her house, she literally saw me in person and said she couldn't make it. After we drove all the way over there, after getting everything set up, we had to run all the way over there and get back, and then we came. But she didn't give me a reason. She didn't give me a reason at all. She just said, I can't come, and then she closed the door, and then, And then we had to go all the way back to the barbecue place. I was fucking bummed out. Yeah, no one there was my age. It was my sister. She had little friends that...
She had, like, Maddie and...
No, Maddie... They weren't there. No, they weren't there at the time. No, they weren't.
Yeah, because I remember you called me up and...
Well, don't spoil the story, fucker.
Sorry.
The heartwarming part. So anyway, she calls me like an hour later, and I'm like depressed. I'm like sitting in a corner, just like fucking drinking a Slurpee. And she was like, "Sorry, my uncle got arrested, and we wanted to hear what's going on with that. So we can't go out right now, or else I'll get in trouble." And I was like, "That's such a..." Thinking back, I think she was lying.
That sounds like
a little iffy.
Lie.
That sounds like a really bad lie, but whatever. So I was like, all right.
My uncle got arrested.
I had
so I can't hang out with you. No.
I had literally one other number in my phone, and it was yours, and I called you up, and you were there like that. So thank you for going there. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played kickball, and we hit a dog. Rest in peace, the dog I used to have, Disney.
Oh, I miss Disney.
Yeah, my mom was allergic though, so that was a huge drive.
The things we did to Disney, like.
FYI, we don't support animal abuse. We didn't abuse the dog either.
Yeah, we didn't abuse Disney.
We mentally killed her.
We love Disney, but like
we did a lot of funny shit. Like I put her.
Keep in mind, we were young.
Okay, I'm curious now. What story are you referring to?
When we were fucking playing Disney Infinity for 12 hours straight.
What does that have to do with my dog, though?
And then we fucking started throwing bananas at her.
Why were we doing that?
I don't fucking know. We just like got a banana and threw it at Disney and we're like, eat it, you fucker.
I remember why. Because we had to feed Disney, and I liked feeding her food that wasn't dog kibble because I felt like if I was a dog, I would appreciate a varied palate. So I unpeeled an entire banana. I gave it to her. She smelt it. She licked it. Then she fucking dropped it.
She started eating it, and then like she ate half of it.
And then she stopped, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, Disney,
Disney,
I can't
eat the fucking banana.
I can't unwrap this banana, Disney.
You have to eat it.
Disney!
So that's when we started throwing bananas at her.
And she never ate it. What a cunt, dude. Oh, and she was so aggressive towards your dogs. She hated every other dog.
That's
too.
right. She wasn't very.
I remember we kept trying to invite your small dog over, so to see if they could get along, and she just was so mean.
I feel like I have a picture from that night on Facebook.
The banana night.
The banana night.
That's a good name for it.
Let me try and find it.
Anyway, so junior year happened. Any significant events in junior year for you?
No.
I can't even remember.
Junior year was really a blur for me.
Yeah, I think that's when I broke up with Lily, like in the middle of the school year, and then we got back together for a little bit. Went to prom. Prom was a disaster, and then we ended it. That's a story for another time, though. Because unfortunately, I can't just call Luke and have Luke show up and be my prom date for that fucking event.
Yeah.
How was your proms? Did you go? I didn't go senior year, but I went junior year.
I went my senior year. I didn't go junior year because fucking bitch.
That's always a good reason.
No. Okay, let me explain this. Like,
Okay.
So there was this girl I really liked. Her name was nsfw. And
Yeah.
like, me and her got along really well, and then like one day she like started flirting with me back, and I was like, okay, cool. So
I'm a flirt back.
we talked, and like we started dating, and then
Right.
I asked her to prom. Like, and here's how I did it. I made a giant fortune cookie.
Nice.
Homemade giant fortune cookie, like dipped in chocolate, sprinkles, like wrote my own fortune inside saying, will you go to prom with me?
Aww.
And she opened it up and she said yes and all that. And then like that was like a month before prom. So
Cool.
like
Congrats,
we were like dating for like a month, and then like then I walked out of class and saw my friends, and then like I saw her and I walked her to class, and then my friends came up, like my friend Cody came up to me and like, and she said like, oh, after prom I'm gonna break up with him.
Oh,
And
jeez.
like all my other friends didn't want me to know that, except for my friend Cody.
So Cody's a bro.
Yeah, he was
the boy.
like real MVP. Like, so he told me that, and then that all went to shit. And
Did you still go to prom?
no, I did not.
Okay, so this was junior prom, right?
Yeah, that was junior prom, and then senior prom, I decided to just fuck it, go with a bunch of my friends.
Did you have a good time?
Because not really. The car ride there was honestly more hype than fucking prom.
To just glance over the prom event in my life, it's such a shit show. Just my anxiety and my like depression and all that shit was at an all time. Like that's where it started to fucking peak, and it only went up from there and whatnot. That was they sit you in this tiny room, and there's a dance floor. There's a little place you can sit, the bathrooms and whatnot. Some water is available, but that's it. And if you leave this small area, you can never come back in. And just the entire night, I was just like, ugh.
Yeah,
You can't have a good moment at prom unless you really are into the trap music that they fucking play.
Unless you have a date.
No, not even.
What
you talking about, Willis?
I mean, you could have a date, but you could still have a bad time. But like, it would be a lot better with a date.
What killed it for me was that none of my friends were there. The friends that were there were also depressed and anxious and whatnot. And the music that they played did nothing to help. Nothing, dude. They played rap songs that only like the guys that are really good at being jocks in like 6th grade gym would like, you know.
Yeah.
And all that shit. It was just, there was no slow songs. There was nothing. There was like a Bruno Mars track. That was it. And I just had to get out of there.
That was the same for my senior prom.
Yeah, it's prom's just I wish it was traditional. I wish
like
there
a
was
traditional,
good
just like
things.
good music. Like
I want old music. I don't like new music.
I don't want fucking.
Fuck your bitch and drag her ass. Like that's not.
But yeah,
That was it. That was the whole thing. And I was like, I'm so out of element right now, and I'm so like anxious and ridden with like guilt. Like I fucked up so much and whatnot. That was really the last night of our relationship, me and her. And there's other small events too, very bad events and whatnot that took place. But that was it. That was the
that was like the pinnacle moment. Like
we just fizzled out after that and whatnot. And then I started junior year. I lost a lot of close friends. They didn't die. They were just douchebags.
Well, I remember junior.
I remember
was that junior year when like we stopped talking for a while.
I think it was that and whatnot. When we broke up like a couple times in the course of our education, friendship. Yeah, and whatnot. And usually it was probably me the entire time. Honestly, God.
No,
whatnot.
There was like.
No, I was
a part of it too. Like,
well, the issue.
I had problems.
Well, I found out like that my issue back in the day is that I wasn't ever. I was unable. This is gonna get really deep, by the way. I was so like unable to express, anything other, than happiness and like optimism and all that shit. That I had no idea how to say I'm not having fun right now without feeling that if I did I would make everything worse. And so keeping that bottled up ruined a lot of friendships for me because I was never able to to say stuff like, hey, I'm not interested in hanging out with that right now, or hey, I'm not going to be available this day. I'm gonna be sleeping, or this and that.
Yeah, you just wanted to be like
happy. Alone. Yeah, because I'm so, and I felt bad because whenever I did try to say that, and that's why like whenever I hung out with someone I wasn't feeling it, it was just the fucking worst, because there's nowadays I think it's healthy for me to now say that I don't have as many friends as I do back in the day. Because now I feel like I could finally focus on people, like individual people. Like back then we
back then we had like so many friends that like we couldn't really keep track.
You spread yourself thin trying to impress everyone,
Yeah, like trying to impress like 20 people.
Yeah.
Like now I just have my small circle of friends.
Yeah,
I have 5 friends and then
other people.
And Francisco.
Yeah.
That's really it.
I try to keep. This is gonna sound really gay, but there's this game called Persona 5, really good. In it, there's this system where you make relationship with people and whatnot, and it's all done through tarot cards. So I went through everyone in my life, like I want to say like a couple months ago, and I said, your tarot card is this in my life. I like you a lot. I'm gonna work hard so that we'll be good friends. But after this deck is filled, I'm not fucking caring about anyone else ever again, right? Like, not in a dickish way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, a homeless man comes up to me and is like, I'm giving you $1. Fuck you, I ain't got any cards left. So that's why, that's I feel like if I was able to express that and have it be self-replicated and then that's another thing. Whenever I did, attempt to, so what am I trying to say? Whenever I was attempting to say negative shit or whatever, it came out badly and whatnot. Again, because I didn't feel like that was okay to do and whatnot. So and another thing is that whenever anything got self-replicated back, I was so unused to it that I didn't know how to handle it. Meaning, I grew up with everyone around me being complimented for their looks, their cool shit and whatnot. Well, I was there. I was there. And that really affected me growing up, right? And whatnot, right? And so that was another thing. That's why whenever someone says something negative about me, I carried it forever and ever. And when someone says something nice about me, what? You're a funny boy. Haha, how dare you call me adorable? You're gay. Alright, time to ruin this relationship.
No, I get that feeling
yeah. Good.
I get that feeling just saying trying to say no to people.
Yeah, it's
it's hard.
Better. Yeah,
it's hard. You have to learn that, and it's not the easiest thing. But
yeah. So going back to sorry.
Continue. I remember one time my friend asked me to come over, and I was like it was that situation. I kind of didn't want to go, but I felt obligated to go. because they were my friend and like wanted to make them happy. But like I went and just like bummed everybody out.
That was me a lot. Yeah, I see that.
Because like
you're just not into it.
Like you're sitting there like, I don't really want to be here.
Yeah.
And that like goes to other people.
Yeah, it spreads.
Like
It
that
really
that
does.
feeling transfers, and it's like, oh, you're not having fun, so like
I am
it's
not
not
going
that
to have
fun.
now. Yeah,
Like
yeah. And it's always another thing to convey that it's not their fault. That's when we split up quite often. I feel like I should have done a better job doing that and saying, nah, I'm just going through shit at the moment.
I mean,
and all that stuff, or like being able to say like, I'm not comfortable. Let's stop. You know?
When we had our quarrels, I figured like, hey, he's probably going through some shit.
Oh yeah.
But
like, divorce is a hell of a drug.
But like, I had my problems too.
Okay. Yeah, we all did.
Like everyone has their baggage.
We were just very. We're cut from the same kin, aren't we? In that aspect of where it's just like, whenever we had issues back in the day, we weren't able to say it, so we just made everything worse.
Yeah, it's just like.
Fuck you! This is all your fault.
On the inside.
I'm dead inside.
So let's
Like
cut.
when people ask me, "How's your day? How are you doing today?" And I'm like, "I'm alive." Like I'm alive.
I think the biggest, like the worst point of our relationship was junior summer. Like after junior year, it was the summer. Because I remember you invited me to like 4th of July.
4th of July party.
I was not having
I know
it.
you weren't feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it. Because at that time, the divorce was getting to me. Getting to me.
Yeah. And
also
I knew that you were having trouble with that, and like my idea was bring him over to a party. Hopefully, I'll cheer him up. But I knew you weren't feeling it, so that's when you said I'm going home. I was like, okay,
be gone.
go for it, dude.
Well, I mean, like, it goes back to me being unable to me used to being unable to
communicate.
Yeah, and all that shit, you know. Because then after that, we didn't talk forever.
Yeah, it was like.
You kept trying to reach out, and I did appreciate that. It was just at the time I wasn't having it.
I get it.
Just shit happens.
Yeah, and then you fucking tagged me on a Facebook post saying shit like, Brandon is a gay kid who hates his friends, and I was like, no. That was, by the way, I know we fought really badly that night, but that was really funny. Thinking back to just how retarded we were. Like,
yeah,
if you were my friend, you would not tag me in posts.
Yeah, I remember that night. It was just like I had some shit going on.
Yeah,
it
was with a girl, I imagine. Wink, wink.
Well,
or was this? Oh, that junior year. Wait, this was probably after prom, then, isn't it? The one, not the one that you didn't go to.
Yeah.
So I must have reared its head again. Huh?
Yeah, that was kind of a hard time for me, but like.
Yeah, I should have been there more. Honest to God.
Well.
Able to talk like how we can nowadays. You know, that's meaning that.
Like talking like this.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have been able to do this back then.
It would literally be you coming over and saying "fuck you," and I'm like. I'm not. I told you this, right? I'm not a good crier. It's not funny. I'm usually like.
I know. I remember seeing you cry.
Yeah, yeah. I go through the manly tear part. We were like your face is all scrunched and tears are like going like crazy.
I'm not crying.
And then I go to the sobby. Like it's like okay, it's like a plateau. It's like. Manly. Ah! What kind of crier are you, buddy? Is it like yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Just like
I'm a functional sobber.
Okay.
Yeah, and then God, we didn't talk for like a year.
Yeah.
That was depressing. That was like oof.
That year I remember was like when I lost most of my friends.
Right, dude. Senior
Because
year.
like, I was just done with people. Like,
yeah. No, I was.
it's just
too.
these handful of people are really the only people I care about. So
Yeah.
fuck all the rest of you.
I kept my friend groups by who I sat with in classes. That was it.
Yeah,
I didn't
like,
go out of my way anymore. I was done.
It's the same for
I mean,
me. And
then again, I dated a sophomore chick during that period, which was fun. She was a very funny person, and when we eventually broke up, I even told her that. I was like, you know what? I really needed this relationship. Thank you for being there. You memeless slut, you know? I think fucking she was very. I think the best thing about her is that she has no. She can't show emotion at all. That isn't shitpost memes. So kissing her was really hard because she was very forceful.
really,
Yeah, we never had. We didn't even have any like deep ass conversations at all. You know, I want to say it was like all of our conversations were like a fourth of what we're having right now. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't. Again, these sound like bad things and whatnot, but at the time, that's what I needed. I just needed someone I could just turn my mind off with, and just be like, hey, dude, you know what's fucked up? Tigers. They're like big cats, and
like,
they're retarded.
The fuck is
and
it like that?
And she was like, no, I like them. I was like, well, you're an idiot, then. That was fun. That was
like you're not supposed to actually like the things I hate. So.
Exactly. I want to say like near the end, I had like a little blip of happiness through her and her friends. They're good people. I hate most of them now, just because I'm a senior now, and when you're under no obligation to see anyone anymore, you start to see flaws and whatnot. They're not terrible people, but they're just not my kind of people.
Yeah, they're just not your.
Yeah, they're theater kids.
They don't fit with you.
Yeah, exactly. If you're listening to this, feel free to kill me. And then I want to say the shittiest week of senior year, though, was the last week. Because I had no... Because at that point, I was still good friends with the sophomore group and all that shit. Mm-hmm. But I got the feeling where it was like, they're doing their own thing. They're 2 years under me, so their problems are different from my problems. So I just hung out at the library all day. Mm-hmm. And then I was hanging... one of my few senior friends I actually had at the time. She knew everything that was going on with me at that point, like how shitty like everything was and whatnot. But she was very mean, like right at the end, which sucked, right? She just became very hostile near the end, and I think what it was is that we used to hang out during second semester, like we used to go drive around and yada yada yada. But the more we did it, the more I wasn't having it. And whatnot. And again, I wasn't able to say, like, listen, can you just drive me home tonight? I'll pay you whatever. I really don't want to go to... She took me to the Aurora Community College back when I had, like, a fucking headache. And the bright lights and everything. I almost threw up in her car. And it just wasn't good. And the last week, instead of, like, sympathize... Because, again, this was, like, the last good senior person I knew that I was in contact with, yada, yada, yada. She, like, called me an asshole for not taking her to prom. And that was the last day, the last period that I had with her. You know? And then that's it.
Just nothing.
I unfriended her on Facebook over summer, and we haven't she's
heard
not
from
like
her.
Dallas. She's... In a weird way, I enjoyed Dallas's company more than I did hers, just thinking back.
Okay.
Plus with him, I wanted to reach out and say and invite him over again, like just to have a talk. Like, okay, let's get all our shit.
Get everything off your chest.
If we kill it, I even was ready for him to attack me. With he has like a large collection of knives. You know that?
Yeah.
I was ready for him to strike and all that shit. But yeah, so again, these all me saying my story and whatnot. I encourage you to tell me your senior story. Oh, yeah. It just leads back to me. Just like, God damn it, why did I ruin like my best friend in that relationship? You know what I mean? It was not smart at all. And then I graduated and I sat right next to someone that I wished I talked to every single day in every single class in all 4 years. And of course, I only meet her right as we're graduating and all that shit. And that's my high school experience. I should probably go into more detail about other things maybe in a later episode. But I'm trying to connect. I'm going on this little tirade to explain like how things didn't go well, even when we weren't friends and whatnot.
Yeah, like It's just all of high school really wasn't a good time. I don't think it's really a good time for anyone, but
unless you're just one of those.
Unless you're like
shit thinkers.
the jock that's like,
You're
hey,
lucky and you get into like
I'm
a
on
clique.
football and I have the hottest girl in school.
Haha,
But,
you
like-
cannot hate me. I'm charismatic.
Yeah,
Right.
but like, and like senior year, I had my 6 friends.
Okay.
And like all the other people I didn't really care about. But like near the end, like I kind of opened my eyes a little bit, be like, hey, these people aren't horrible, but like I was kind of an asshole in high school, because like I didn't really want to hang out with anyone. I didn't want to like socialize. I just kind of sat in the corner and drew, because I was the weird art kid.
That was your thing. All right.
Yeah. And then I had my friends in art class, right?
Okay.
And like I was good friends with them. Like, hey, like talk, like we'd had serious talks, and like all of us would have serious talks in art class. And then like one day they just like all shut me out, and that really hurt. And I like tried to ask them why, and they wouldn't tell me. And like that's when I really like shut down.
Did
And
you
I
ever
was,
find out?
Like I said, I was an asshole. And
Okay.
I really didn't realize it that much until the end.
Until it was too late.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was, and then like at the end, I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for being an asshole. I really didn't mean to. It's just I'm not that good of a person, all
Right.
that stuff." And like, just
It was too late at that point.
yeah,
Okay.
it was just too far gone. But like, what I realized through that was if people like, I don't know how to say this, like if you're going through shit and people can't handle that and leave, those aren't your true friends. Like I know we went through our shit. And
No,
we,
I got
like,
you. I completely understand. You don't have to
Yeah,
apologize or
like,
anything.
But like we always made up.
Yeah.
We always got back together. We always talked about our shit, and we always made up. But like,
Some people just can't do that.
Yeah.
They just leave.
a lot of people just, it's a fight or flight situation.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, and most people choose flight.
That's just how
And
it
the
is.
people who fight are your true friends. People that should stick by you.
So yeah, we really have come a long way. All the way from a middle school track. Wow, we are an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
I always like doing that. I want to say for like 3 podcasts now, I look at the time and we did it. We hit the mark, ladies and gentlemen.
Good.
So yeah,
Without even trying, I'm glad.
that literally was the big history of our friendship right then and there, and
Yeah.
leading up to when we lost other major friends and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. How do we? Okay, real quick, let's get back to how we got back together. It was through Snapchat. I said, "Hey, fuck you." No, I didn't.
No, you
I
were
said,
just,
"Hey,
you were just
sorry,
like,
I fucked up a bunch."
hey, sorry, I was an asshole and all that. And I'm like, okay, sure.
I'm happy to hear that. While I was going through a huge moral
No, but
quandary.
I was really happy you contacted me that day, because I was like, that day that you contacted me, I was really having a shitty day. And then like you contacted me, I was like, sweet.
Well, that's payback for showing up when my fucking girlfriend couldn't. God, that was such a shit. Ugh. Wait, I'm happy I had fun by the end of it though.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet. I think that was the last time my parents were, like hosting anything, and then they got divorced. Jesus Christ. Any closing?
That was a little while before the
Yeah.
divorce, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit. They divorced like senior year, I think. And
I think it was like
well,
beginning of senior year.
Dude, they were fighting all the time. Like even like during that party, before it, like way before it and afterwards. Ugh.
Yeah,
It wasn't fun.
I mean, I remember your parents did fight a lot, but
Yeah. But it's okay, because my mom's now dating a girl, so...
Really?
You haven't caught on yet?
No.
You met Miss Lisa.
Oh.
You met all my other sisters that live here now.
I didn't know they were dating.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, we just invite 3 blonde girls to my house.
I thought they were just living here.
Why would we do that? We could afford the rent by ourselves. Why the fuck? No.
Sorry.
That's why I called them they're literally my stepsisters now, because my mom and my mom.
You've never called them your stepsisters
I
in
did.
front of me.
I was like, that's Abby. She's my sister. That's Nahea. That's my actual sister. That's Pierce. He's a boy.
He's a boy.
Fuck. All right. Any closing monologues and whatnot before we head to the last part of the podcast? Just anything at all. I think we covered quite a lot, and I feel like if we were to open another big story, it would just be another hour.
So like
any stories.
I've been an adult for about a year now.
Congrats.
Haven't done shit with my life.
Me too. I fucked up pretty badly college so far.
Oh.
So that's great. I'm not into it at all. So I kind of treated my first 2 semesters as my year off, quote unquote. And now in fall, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
I gotta I'm saving up right now for a college that I didn't even pick the classes out for, which isn't good. So in August, that's when I gotta do something.
Are you going back to CCA or?
I'm thinking. I don't know, dude. By the time this podcast comes out, I'm sure all my family will know, but I might be on academic probation.
Why?
I didn't like the teacher. He was a dick, and it was too late to drop the class, so I kind of just left. So
So you didn't even do the class?
Maybe if I call and I say I'm sorry, I can get in. But maybe this is a good thing. I don't know, and whatnot. Oh my god! And there's like a lot of cute girls at CCA. Well, relatively speaking, in terms of like, there's like 3, I think. That's a good amount.
Just 3 good-looking girls at CCA.
That's it. Dude, listen. All you need is like 1. So that's like 1 plus 2, which equals 3. I just want someone that likes not doing shit. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also wants to do shit. I know. Exactly. I'm so picky.
No, I feel the exact same way. I just want a girl that I can sit down, play some video games with.
Yeah.
But we can also go to the museum.
I want to have someone that we could have a good relationship even if we aren't in the same room. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Yeah.
We're at a party and whatnot. I'm talking with my friend, she's talking with hers, but there's nothing weird that goes on. Everyone's they're doing good, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe one day with my high standards, someone will meet him.
Whatnot. They also can't be black.
I have high standards.
You're just gonna glaze over the really racist comment I made. Is that racist? The line between that and not being racist is so blurred.
I mean, I guess.
I hate black people. Okay, I can't. There's a podcast I recorded where we talked about the nuances of the N-word, so I probably shouldn't be saying that at all and whatnot. Alright, Alright, so we were gonna cut to the second part, but Luke had a stupid fucking story. He showed the picture to me, and there it is. So we got back together after senior year in the summer.
It was like one of the first days we started hanging out again.
And he throws something at me after I get off the bus. He picks me up by his car.
I got a balloon, filled it with water, and drew a tiny face on it and called it Mr. Tiny Face. And after I was standing at the bus stop waiting for Brandon, he got off the bus and I just threw it at him and he caught it.
It didn't pop though.
It didn't pop,
but every single he kept
he was holding
it
and he was terrified of it.
I didn't
he was
have.
What the fuck is this?
He's like, "Fuck you, Luke! We're breaking up again!" No, and every single time he threw it, I got louder and louder. It was like, "No!"
And then, I left it in my back seat, and then we went into Doc's or something.
Yeah, it was Doc's.
And
And he was no more.
And then we just got in the car and he was just gone.
He was
he
in
exploded all over my backseat.
The all was left was a little green string and hopes and dreams.
And it still had his face on it.
God damn it! Why? That's such a dumbass. Why is that the story you want to end the story part with?
No, I just saw it on my.
Yeah, he showed me a picture like the second I turned stop. If you make another one, I am kicking you out of my life.
No, hold on. I'm trying to find the.
Don't look for the
picture.
image.
No, the picture I was talking about earlier.
Well, send it to me. I'll post it. I'll post it on.
Okay.
I'll video part. All right. Welcome to the second part of the podcast. This is this week's recommended, where I ask my guests to recommend something that they feel like needs more love. It can be a video game. It can be a song, a movie, a type of gun you like shooting, whatever you want it to be. I'm gonna recommend that you play Wii. We hosted a pretty fun party a couple days ago, and none of the consoles worked except for the Wii, and we had a good time.
We had a great time.
And I also recommend Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's not competitive, but it's fun. It holds up well.
It was pretty underrated.
I think it was underrated. Well, because
Yeah.
everyone tore it apart because there's some mechanics that they added that were gay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
But, you know,
I
you
like
need
this,
a-
but like,
Yeah, you need unbalance in video games because then skill happens.
yeah.
And tier lists. What do you recommend, Luke? Like, you can recommend the series that you're fucking gay for all day, every day.
In Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. Which Kingdom Hearts game deserves the most love?
The one that deserves the most love is gonna be Kingdom Hearts Union Cross.
What?
It's an app game. It's an app game on the phone that you can get right now.
Is it canon?
Yeah.
What do you...
It's you make your own character and all that, but you play with it's an MMO.
On your phone?
Yes.
Okay.
And
you gotta say we're not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored. Like I just really love this game.
Is it pay to win? What's the goal?
I mean, you save up jewels, you buy medals, and those medals have like certain attacks to kill the heartless, and it's
okay.
There's a lot to it, but it's really fun. I really want you to try it.
My phone is a piece of shit.
I honestly think you would like it, but
is it pay to win?
I mean, you can pay, but you can also do free to play.
Oh, what a revolutionary concept! That's Jesus Christ. All right, that's the podcast. Have a lovely week. Say goodbye, Luke.
Bye.
In case you
Fuckers.
Jesus.
A runabout. I'll steal it! No one will ever know! Hey, we're getting in a rut. No one will ever know! No one will ever know!
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 510, 515, 500.
No one will ever know! Oh, you haven't been thrashed enough yet, eh?
I'm friends with this lady, and she just sent me a funny comment. So, just wanted to share that with the podcast. Women can be funny too. Did you know that?
Who says who? I'm just kidding.
Fuck. This is not a good way to start a podcast. Okay. Oh,
Just kidding. I'm not a total jerk.
total. Let's talk about why.
Yes, I
talk
am a
about
jerk.
why you hate women.
I don't. What
Says the man who said, I'm gonna quote you, I'm calling you out. In 2009, we were walking down the street after getting some local Subways. You turned to me and you said, you see that lady over there? Her face looks gay. And my life has been changed ever since.
When the fuck?
That was
Yes.
fucked up, Luke.
I did not say that, but whatever.
Yeah, no, we did. Summer 2000, what was it, 9? Yeah. Hi, welcome to the Summer Recreational Podcast.